everybody. So I got called in on a Sunday, and I thought it'd be perfect time to do a little bit of an introduction video and kind of what this channel is about and what I want it to be about. So, like I said, I'm on my way to the terminal right now to fix a truck, and I was told that the back door would not stay shut, which is kind of important, obviously, since they're delivery trucks. And so my name's Aaron, and what I really want this channel to be about is kind of an overview of what I do in my day-to-day life of my job. And I am a fleet mechanic for it's definitely over 20 trucks, probably roughly like 22 to 24. So I'm the only one that works on them, and they're actually delivery trucks. Basically, I do all the maintenance on those trucks, which includes, the basic things like keeping up with the oil changes and tires and brakes, to things like today that are random, where the owner calls you and says, hey, one of my drivers called me and said that his back door won't shut, or at least it won't stay shut. So what that means is the locking handle somehow is either jammed or something's blocking it down in the little valley that it locks into. So I'm gonna go check that out, see what's going on with it. But back to what I was saying, I really want this channel to be about what I do, things I see that come into my shop daily, and kind of like a DIY type channel to show people that are either working on similar trucks or just working on their own vehicle, and just kind of give them insight to solving problems with the right tools, and times when you don't have the right tools, making things work, and getting to like the proper way to do things, and common mistakes made, mistakes I've made, mistakes I still make, and just being 100% open with my mistakes. And my plan starting off isn't really to do like daily vlog type videos, but I'm sure I'll throw a few in there every now and then, and it's basically going to be focused on like one truck, one job, and pretty much like a DIY / how-to video, and show you the process I go through from going to either pick up the truck or having someone bring it to me, and taking it to my shop and just breaking things down and really getting into what the issue is and how we're going to fix it, what parts we're going to use, and what tools we're using. So recently, well, let me back up. So the company that I work for is an independent contractor for a bigger delivery company, and they happen to be my parents. So I was a manager for them for a while. I'd probably say almost 2 years I was I was one of the main managers overseeing the day-to-day operations and overseeing about half the drivers, so like 10 to 12 people that I had to be accountable for, and make sure they're doing their job and staying on route. And they call me with any issues. Oh, I can't find this house. Oh, I can't get into this driveway. Should I go down here? It's super muddy, blah blah blah. A dog just bit me. What do I need to do? Stuff like that. And while I was doing that, probably about 3 out of the 6 days that I was working, I would actually be on a route because, either somebody calls out or we're short some drivers or someone's blown out on a route. So I got to go in and, take over at least half of that route and help them out. But before that, I was a delivery driver for my parents. And that was probably about 3 to 4 years ago. And I did that for a while since I was 21, and I'm 25 now. So, but before that, I would help them kind of unofficially, either running a route or coming in the terminal and helping with things. And probably since I was about, 19. But I've always been around this business because my parents have been doing it for about 15 years. And, I've always been interested in it, but what I really have always been interested in is, automotive things, cars, trucks, just anything with an engine, really, motorcycles. So ever since I had my first vehicle, which was a 1996 Jeep Grand Cherokee ZJ. So that's really what sparked even more my interest, obviously, in cars and things like that. Taking it off-roading, putting a lift on it, all that stuff, putting big tires on it. So yeah, I had the Jeep, loved it, did a bunch of random stuff to it. Didn't really know too much about the inner workings of vehicles and things like that. I knew enough to get by. I taught myself a lot on YouTube, of course. Now, where I drive a 2016 Chevy 2500 Silverado Duramax, blah blah blah, LML, which obviously I love. So yeah, this video is kind of all over the place, but it's just an introduction to me and my life with vehicles and things like that. So but yeah, eventually went from being a driver to a manager to where I'm at now. They were tired of paying crazy amounts of money on maintenance for the trucks, which, now that they run 7 days a week, they need maintenance pretty much all the time. There's always something going on with at least, 2 or 3 of the trucks, which keeps me busy every day. And so to the point where now we rented out a bay in a larger shop, and it's an enclosed bay. And, I had my own little, probably about 50, 60 foot long bay. It's about, 15, 20 feet wide. But it's long. I could comfortably fit 2 16-foot trucks in there, stacked, back to back. And that's where I really got into, wow, all right. That's why I really got into, at least I'm looking at the road. My true passion for this started to shine because I was kind of given free reign of, hey, you figure out what parts are needed, you doing all the work, obviously, and we're going to pay you basically a salary, like a set payment every week, and if you come in and do extra days, we'll give you this amount of money. Like today, I'm going in because I got called in to, like I said, fix a truck that needs to be up and running, hopefully for tomorrow. And if not, we have a couple of trucks that don't get used every day, so we can throw a different one in that spot. So, free reign, manager of the shop, it's me, and just me. So I really got, I was like, oh wow, this is awesome. Like, I get to finally do what I love and work on these vehicles, and with the knowledge that the knowledge that I've accumulated over the years of working on my own things. Oh, and also before I started working for my parents, I worked in like a small town, like little auto shop, and it was just me and the owner, and it sucked, and kind of killed my passion for doing this for a living for a while. And then, you know, there were some years after that, time in between, did different things, realized my passion's still vehicles, and that's all I really want to do. So, and during the time I worked for him, I was also really just getting into the automotive part of my technical college career. And then I switched because I was like, man, obviously this lifestyle sucks, because he sucked. And just one of those really overbearing bosses that you can't do anything right, even if you do it right. So, like I said, I went to technical college for a little bit for automotive, but most of it's just stuff I've taught myself and learned from other people and things like that. So, brings me to now where I'm, you know, in my own shop, my own bay, and working for family, which for me, luckily, it's been great. I know people say that's, you know, either great or horrible. So it's been great. Been learning a lot, doing, you know, everything from brakes on a dually to, you know, more internal things with the engine, you know, replacing water pumps, thermostats, radiators, belts, just things of that nature, spark plugs, wires, and, you know, I've just grown to realize that I enjoy it more and more, and quickly outgrew that shop, and leads us to where we are now as a family and as a business, to getting our own space. So, you know, we've officially got our own whole shop to ourselves with a separate office building. You know, really my first official video, I wanted to be about moving out of the current location and moving into this new shop and starting a new journey. So I know this video has been all over the place, but that's just, you know, it's real, because I'm driving to work to get my job done so I can get back home to my family. So I'm just literally been staring at the road most of the time, just talking off the top of my head. Didn't plan any of this, but I just wanted to give you an intro to me, kind of like what my skill set is, what I've been doing for the past few years, and what to expect from this channel. Made a little pit stop at the Northern Tool. I'm gonna pick up some tools before I head in, some things I've been needing. But yeah, that's about it. My name's Aaron. This is Indigo Automotive, and I hope you have a great day.